I just spotted an incredibly rare fish. I cannot believe this. That is a giant. All right, here we go. Fish on. Yes. Oh, that's such a cool fish. What's going on, everybody? Nick from 618 Fishing here, and welcome back to another fishing adventure. In today's episode, we are heading to a spillway where 1 year ago, I found a bunch of big fish stranded in a puddle. I was able to rescue most of those fish, but I'm excited to get out there today to see what it looks like.
Time would tell them, cause I know I'd prove them wrong. I was made to be a legend for the kingdom, for the throne.
I've just made it down here to the spillway, and it looks eerily similar to how it looked last year. Now the question is, are there any fish trapped in that puddle? Let's find out. This spot smells like death, and I'll be honest, I've got serious doubts as to whether or not there are any fish living out there, but I have been surprised in the past. So let's get a bait out. As much as I hate to say it, I do not believe there is anything living beneath this spillway. If we're gonna catch some fish, we need to explore downstream.
From the first day I stepped in, I knew I would heed the call. I was destined for glory, rise above and never fall.
I have traveled a ways downstream, and I am becoming more and more nervous. The last time I was here, when this water was so low and clear, I ended up calling the conservation police because I believe that there was pollution being dumped into this creek. Something here is not right.
Department of Natural Resources.
I was just having a concern about water quality in this creek that I'm currently fishing. I noticed there was a water being dumped into it, I guess from a treatment plant or some sort. Let's get some baits out there and see what we can catch. I just spotted an incredibly rare fish. I cannot believe this. He is sticking out like a sore thumb in this clear creek. Let's try to get a bait in front of his face. That is a giant. All right, here we go. There we go. Fish on. Yes. Oh, that's such a cool fish. This is one of the coolest fish I've ever hooked into. We need to land him. What a beast. In the net. Holy smokes, you guys. We just caught an incredible spotted gar. This dude has one of the coolest patterns on him that I have ever seen. I've been sight fishing for this guy for the last 15 minutes. He's been so picky, but he finally picked up the bait and we were able to land him. See you later, buddy. I've actually seen a possible state record sized spotted gar in this exact creek, so monsters do exist out there. I'm excited to see what we hook into next. Catching that gar spooked a lot of the fish in this first spot. Let's continue moving downstream. Okay, we have made it to the spot where I saw a potential state record sized fish in the past. Let's toss out some baits right here and see if we can catch a giant today. All right, guys, Sonny has this bait. There we go, fish on. No way. No way. That is so cool. We just caught a tiny bowfin. Obviously, I'm after a giant, but seeing these fish so small is so cool. Its mouth is bright blue, which tells me that it is spawning. That is wild. See you later, buddy. I caught that guy with this weightless piece of sunfish. Let's toss this back out there and see what else is hiding beneath this creek surface. Fish on. All right, another bowfin, about the same size as that last guy. See you later, buddy. I'm hoping this trend of catching tiny bowfin does not continue, because I've caught some monsters out of this creek in the past, and I know they still have to be out there. Fish on! What is this? Oh, that's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. There we go, in the net. Not a giant bowfin, but quite a bit bigger than those first two. All right, guys, Sully has this bait. There we go. Oh, that's an even bigger one. He's a fighter. Dang, please stay on. We've got one fish in the net and another on the end of our line. This guy is quite a bit bigger than the one in the net. Man, they are such hard fighters. Oh, no, we lost the one in the net. That's crazy. All right, we traded him out. So the one in the net escaped as I was trying to net this guy, but I am so glad we got this one in the net, because he is a whole lot bigger than the other ones that I caught. See you later, buddy. I tried to get an underwater release of that fish, but that was a fail. The size of these bowfin are now trending in the right direction. Now let's see if we can catch a true giant. Okay, you guys, I just spotted a school of small fish. I think they might be shad. Let's toss out the cast net and see if we can catch some. All right, here we go. All right, we got something. Yes, we just caught some shad. All right, I've got a shad rigged up as live bait. Let's see if a monster wants to eat it. Sully has the live shad. Here we go. Fish on. No way. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. This is one of the reasons why I love this fishing spot. You never know what you're gonna hook into. We just caught a hybrid bass. See you later, buddy. Holy smokes, you guys, I just spotted a big fish. I don't know if you guys could see all of these giant fish in front of me, but this is crazy. Let's see if I can get him to go for a shad. There we go. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. This guy came out of nowhere. I was just retrieving the shad. This dude came out of the depths and crushed it. See you later, buddy. I was doing some exploring just downstream from here, and I spotted some monsters. I added a little bit of weight to this rig. Let's launch this bait down there and see if we can get one to go for the live shad. Sully has that bait. There we go. Oh, did you guys see that? What a fighter. Oh, he's wrapped up. It's another nice one. In the net. Dang. This dude put up an incredible fight. One of the reasons why I love fishing for bowfin so much is because they are such fun fish to battle on rod and line. This dude was a perfect example. All right, let's try to get an underwater release of this fish. See you later, buddy. There's a bite. Fish on. This guy picked up an entire shad. All right, it's a nice bowfin. I think something has this bait as well. Yep, here we go. We're doubled up. Dang. There we go. We've got two nice bowfin in the net. That is wild. It's been a long time since I caught that last fish, and out of nowhere, we got doubled up with two nice bowfin. See you later, buddy. That went from being slow to hectic almost instantaneously. Those two fish picked up my baits at almost the exact same time. And fishing as a whole today has been epic. Although the spillway itself was a graveyard, the creek that is beneath that spillway has been the complete opposite. We caught a ton of fish, most of those being bowfin, and most of those bowfin were decently sized. So to say that I had fun today would be an understatement. If you guys enjoyed this episode, I'd really appreciate it if you left a thumbs up, possibly think about subscribing if you haven't. I will catch you guys on the next one.
This is the moment I've waited for all of my life. This is my legacy, this is my moment to rise. I was born to win.
I added a little bit of weight to this rig. Let's launch this bait down there and see if we can get one to go for the live shad. Well, the rig made it down there. Unfortunately, the shad came off.